everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another roster reveal video. So today I'm going to reveal to you March's roster. It's fairly exciting. We've got some good ones in here. But first of all, we're going to go back and see how February treated me, see if there was any changes. And then I will take you through my bids for March. And then I will tell you what I actually got in March. So you guys can look forward to some of the vlogs that I've got coming up. So let's crack on. Let's not waste any time. So we had some really good things happen in February. And then we had some not so good things happen in February. So I'm going to take you through that now. So February took me to Boston. It took me to San Jose in California. We did a little Zurich there and back, and that was also followed by 2 available days. One of those available days changed into a Madrid there and back, which was nice. I had a really nice crew for that, so I wasn't too bothered about that one. And then the day after that was another available day, which turned into a non-op, which meant I had a nice couple of days before I went to LA, which we all know was an amazing trip, because I shared it with you guys on Instagram. So you guys have got a really good vlog coming up next week of Disney California, so get excited for that. However, it could have been better because, as some of you may know, if you follow me over on Instagram, then you will know that I've had a bit of a rough time with my GoPro, and I have failed to sort that one out, unfortunately. So you guys are gonna get a really good vlog. However, when I was there, I used my GoPro to film a lot of the on-ride footage, and unfortunately, it's gone. I've completely lost it. I've tried everything, literally everything, including spending £120 to try and get it fixed. They are gone for good. Luckily though, I did film some of the on-ride stuff on my camera, so you will get a few on-ride bits. I think I did the Guardians of the Galaxy ride on my camera, which I'm so happy about because it's such a good ride. And I also did Big Thunder Mountain on my camera, so you're not going to miss those. However, you are going to miss some other really good ones like Splash Mountain, Incredicoaster, and Soarin', which was actually my favourite ride of the whole trip. So you're going to miss that on the GoPro, but what can you do? It just means I'm going to have to go back and do it all over again. What a shame! So yeah, so we had that. That was a bit of a... Sorry. That was a bit of a nightmare, but we still really enjoyed the LA trip, obviously. And then after that, we were supposed to go to Denver. But I don't know if you can tell, but I have a really dodgy cold. And it's not just a cold, guys. It is the dreaded COVID. It's come back to bite me in the arse. Yeah, I have COVID, so I couldn't go to Denver, unfortunately, which I was actually really gutted about because it was a nice 3-day trip that gave me a nice 24 hours to myself out there, which I probably wouldn't have done much other than look around the local area. It wasn't going to be a vlog anyway, so you've not missed anything there, so don't worry. I've got to test tomorrow, so literally the day that this comes out, I'm testing again to see if I'm negative. If I'm negative, I can go back to work and we can start the March roster. If not, then there's going to be a little bit of a delay, but it's fine. I'm still going to talk you through the March roster as it stands anyway, as if I'm going to be well enough to do them all, so you know what my opportunities are. But first, I'm going to talk you through what I bidded for March. So it's bidding time. I'm going to pull up my bids. I need to move over here because I'm going to pull up my bids over here. I really pushed my luck on this one. You should wait until next month's bids. I really pushed my luck on this one. You think this is bad? You got to try it. If you don't ask, you don't get. If you don't bid, you don't get. So for March, I bidded for, once again, Cape Town. We've tried every single month so far. I think I put my maximum amount of points on Cape Town this month. I also bidded for the Maldives. This is the perfect time of year to go to the Maldives, so I tried. I also bidded for the Caribbean once again. I bidded also for South America. Trying to think more of the weather with my bids. I really want to go to places that are warm because Boston was not warm. I also bidded for a duration of 3 to 9 days. Basically just bidded for long haul in general. And then I also did an avoid bid. So avoid bid is quite literally what it says in the title, and it basically means that I am trying to avoid that trip rather than actually get that trip. And the trips I tried to avoid were there and backs. So the bid I did was like 1 to 1 days. So it basically meant I was trying to avoid any trips that meant I went and came back in the same day, if that makes sense. So there are all my bids for March. Let's see how many of them I actually managed to get. Okay, roster. No, they've taken it off me. No. Why do I have to be ill? Oh, fuming. Okay, so we've already started this on a bad note. So because I'm ill, my next day to report fit for work would be Friday. So that is the 3rd of March. And my first opportunity to retest and hopefully test negative is on the Thursday. So I think what they're basically telling me is that that cut's a bit fine, and they've actually taken me off my first trip. I don't know if that means I can be put back on that exact trip, but I'm assuming because it's disappeared, it means now somebody else has it, and that if I'm then well enough, they'll just put me on whatever's available. So, fuming! Okay, so my first trip was actually a little Euro tour. And I was actually quite excited about it because it was a really nice Euro tour. I had a lot of night stops. So I was night stopping in Glasgow. I was then night stopping in Bucharest after that. And then I was night stopping in Gothenburg, which is in Sweden. So that would have been really nice. But we're not doing that anymore. Not doing that anymore, apparently. And then after that, I had an available day. So I'm assuming if I then report fit, all of those days will change to available days, and then they'll start putting me on trips. I could actually get a long haul trip out of it because I've got enough time, so we'll see. But now you guys won't know until I report back in my April roster reveal, so sorry about that. I didn't even know till just now, as you could tell by my reaction. Moving on swiftly, my next trip, or my first trip apparently, for March is a little Newark. It's a Newark trip. It's a 3-day trip, which means I get about 24 hours to myself in a hotel room doing some shopping. I've heard there's not too much to do around the area of Newark. But yeah, just a 3-day Newark. Not much to report back on for that, to be fair. So after that, my next trip is another little Euro tour. So hopefully I don't miss this one. On this trip, I start off with a little Hamburg there and back. And after that, I go to Manchester and I stay over in Manchester, which I'm really excited about because I really love the hotel there. And we also did part of our training in Manchester. So it brings back all the memories from there. So looking forward to going to there. The next day after that, we come back from Manchester, back to Heathrow, and then we go to Warsaw, which I've never been before, but it's a really, really late clear. So I'm not going to get to see that one much. And then the next morning, we go from Warsaw back to Heathrow. Then we do a little Dusseldorf there and back. Come back to Heathrow and I clear in Heathrow. So it's quite a boring Euro tour, to be fair. I don't really get to explore these places at all because I get there too late to even have any dinner. So it would just be a case of potentially waking up and having breakfast in the morning. If not, then I'll probably just have a lay-in in all of these places. So nothing too exciting there either. It's not a great start to the March roster. It's getting better, so just bear with me. After that, my next trip, which is actually a good trip, it's a 3-day JFK. So we're going to New York, which I've never ever been to before. So I'm very excited. It means that I get just over 24 hours in New York. So I could make a nice day out of that, I think, so that'd be really good. I'm hoping maybe I could go and even see a show on Broadway, which would be insane. But I don't know, so if any of you guys have got any tips for New York, let me know. My dad's actually given me a little list of things to try and tick off in the different areas, so hopefully we get a nice little vlog out of our JFK trip, which will be really nice. I forgot to say as well that that was actually a bid achieved, and also my Newark was a bid achieved as well, because technically I wrote down that I wanted a 3 to 9 duration, and both of those count as 3-day long hauls, so they've both been noted down here as requested by crew member. So that means my bid has been achieved for both of those. Not that I really want the Newark. I've been actually trying to swap the Newark for a very long time, but nothing's come up. Nothing's become available, but it's fine. We'll just go to Newark. We do a bit of shopping. Maybe I could do a haul for you guys. That'd be fun. Bath and Body Works, here I come. After that, though, we have a very good trip coming up, and it's a beautiful one to end on. It's very exciting. I'm 100% going to be taking you guys with me, so get excited because we are going to Cape Town! Finally, my bids have paid off. I can stop bidding for Cape Town now. It's a 5-day trip, so it works out that I get about 2 days to myself in Cape Town. So hopefully we can do some really amazing things. I think I arrive at about like 2:30 or something, and then I clear for the whole next day, and then the day after that we don't leave until about 5. So I've still got like the evening of one day, the morning of the other, and then a whole clear day. And I think on that whole clear day, we're going to have to do like a whole tour. I really want to see the penguins. Apparently the steak out there is amazing. So really excited. We're actually going to South Africa. We're going to Cape Town. Finally, I can cross it off. That's at the end of March. So you guys have got that vlog to look forward to. And that is the end of my March roster. Not too much that's very exciting in this roster, I must admit. The two I'm excited for is obviously Cape Town and JFK, so they should be really, really good trips. Apart from that, it's fairly boring for me, to be fair. Again, if the available days change, or if the days where I'm now off sick change into anything, I will let you guys know in the next roster, and I will also let you know what my bids are, because I really have taken the mick. For April, the good sunny weather ends in a lot of places in April, so I've tried to get those places at the last minute. So I've bidded for a lot of lovely places, as you can imagine. So fingers crossed we get some of those for April and I can share those trips with you as well. But that is my March roster. Thank you guys for watching. It's not too exciting, but it's not all negative in there either. We've got some good trips in there, so lots to look forward to again. Hopefully you guys get some nice vlogs in March. But for now, I'm going to go and dose myself up because I feel like poop. And I will see you guys in my next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.